Today's lab demonstration will be on the ASO slide agglutination test. ASO stands for anti-streptolysin O, and in this test we are using latex particles with antigen attached, and the antigen attached is for streptolysin O. It is a toxin produced by the Streptococcus organism that causes strep throat. So we are also going to be testing a positive control and a negative control and a patient serum sample. So I'm going to label my card positive, negative, control, and patient. And this latex particle reagent that you see, you may notice, is kind of a yellow color rather than white, which is the color of the CRP and RF latex particles. And that's simply just a personal preference of this company. The company that makes this kit is called ASI, and they just wanted to make their latex particles yellow. They felt special. So I put 1 drop of latex particle to the left side of the reaction circle for each of these samples. I'm mixing up my positive control, adding 1 drop to the other side of the reaction circle. Negative control. And patient sample. And you'll notice that the dispensers that we use in this kit are a little thinner than the others that we use for CRP and RF, and that's because we're adding a smaller drop. We're only adding about 30 microliters of sample with these drops. So I'm going to mix together my reagent and my sample and fill up the reaction circle. This is a 2-minute test, so I'm starting a 2-minute timer. And I'm going to rotate the card looking for agglutination of latex particles at the end of the 2 minutes. So when you guys think about strep throat, you probably think about a different test being performed. And that would be the strep test or the throat swab for rapid strep. And I am going to be posting a video showing you how to do that test, but that test is actually something we would do earlier in the disease when the Streptococcus organism is most likely to be still in the throat area. We would do an ASO test looking for antibodies to this toxin later in the disease, possibly even after the Streptococcus organism had left the throat and started traveling to other parts of the body. That, if you've taken micro, you know can lead to the sequelae following strep throat that is improperly treated, such as rheumatic fever. So these antibodies would not be produced extremely early in the disease, but these would be detected later in strep throat infection. So you can see already, if you look very closely at the positive control, you see little yellow clumps of agglutination of latex particles versus the negative control, which still looks negative. I'm going to keep rotating for at least another 30 seconds because I want to make sure my negative stays negative. If you look at our patient already looks positive as well. We have yellow agglutination of latex particles. So we would report our patient as positive, our positive control is positive, and our negative control still looks negative. It's just a creamy yellow suspension. No agglutination has taken place. So since we have artificially attached streptolysin O antigens to a latex particle in this test, this is a passive agglutination test.